by the SAP consultant. Then after it will move forward to the users. After the completion of the testing, there are the number of tools are there. Unit testing is there, integration testing is there, user acceptance testing is there, regression testing, and other testing tools are there. There is a one key is there. With the help of the ALM, we can all the tests will be done. After the completion of the testing, it will be go for the system design. There is a one concept is there, RISEF. With the help of concept of RISEF, the all tested configuration will be designed in the with the help of RISEF. RISEF stand for the W stand for the workflow, R stand for the reports, I stand for the interface. C stand for the conversions, E stand for the enhancements, F stand for the forms. With the help of RISEF, the system, the project will be designed. We go forward. We move forward to troubleshooting. In troubleshooting, what are the problem will be arises from the end user or other persons who will handle the SAP. We need to resolve the problems. There are the different kinds of ticket is there. So P1, P2, P3, and P4. That resolution time is there. For the P1, 2 hours. For the P2, 6 hours. For the P3, 3 days, and P4 for the 4 days. After getting the ticket from the end user, we need to identify whether this ticket is belong to us. It means FICO or not. Once we get confirmation that this tickets belong to us, we need to assign the ticket, whether ourselves or our colleagues. Then we have to respond within the time. For P1 and P2, 15 minutes are there, and P3 and P4. For P3, 30 minutes are there. After the response, after the response in the ticket, we have to be resolved as soon as early. With the some of the tools are there. Snow Now and the DMC manager. I think. Okay. Then we move forward to we move forward to end user training. And in end user training, we need to support the end user in the in application and all other stuff. We need to explain each and everything about how to use the application. In case of if anything is there, we need to give each and every kind of help to him. In training, we need to update ourselves, SAP S4HANA, whatever it may be, we need to update each and every updated versions in SAP FICO. In MIS, finally MIS report. In MIS report, we need to prepare financial reports, it may monthly report or a quarterly report, whatever it may be. We have to submit the report. We have to generate the report with the help of FICO. We need to provide internal report or external report. External reports will be done with the help of FI. Internal reports will be done with the help of CO. This is all about my presentation, sir. Sir, are you hearing me?
Thank you so much. It's very nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is next?
Sir, Harish here.
Yeah, Harish. I think Jubair, you are not completed, right? Jubair, I think you are not completed fully.
Yes, sir. Something with missed.
Is there any technical issue or why you left?
I think something technical issue, sir. My voice is breaking here.
Can you come again once again? You please explain.
Sir, entire roles and responsibilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm going to give a presentation on roles and responsibilities of SAP FICO consultant. The SAP FICO consultant will perform duties in different levels like strategic level, operational level, implementation, troubleshooting, and user training, and MIS report. We are coming for the strategic level. This level totally belongs to top level managers. In this level, all business plans will be done by the managers. In this level, the SAP FICO consultant will attend kick-off meeting, means introduction meeting. In this meeting, the project manager will explain project goals, project objectives, SLA of the project, and code of conduct and ethics, business users and business process. After the completion of the meeting, the SAP FICO consult will need to we need to plan an architect based on the SAP using FICO model with on the requirements of the business. He can under the guidelines he will need to work under the guidance of project manager. He need to identify, recommend improvements to the FICO and other modules in the in fully knowledge about business requirements and needs and requirements and needs. Then he need to define, actively perform in a methods, improving in methods, improving methods and preparations and technology that will be help to achieve in good results in projects. We will go for operational level. Operational level is totally meant for the documentation level. In operational level, we need to prepare blueprint of the project. It means we have to prepare a structure of the project. We need to get the information from the client. It's called as is information. From this information, we need to prepare to be information, that is SAP information. If there is uncertain information, is there, we will be consider in gap analysis. After the getting unsettled information, we will go for settlement of this unsettled information to ABAPR. If ABAPR will resolve these issues, we will set for this blueprint. Elsewhere, we will go for the SAP. SAP issues some OSS notes. With the help of OSS notes, we can resolve our problems. Elsewhere, we directly send a mail or contact to the SAP for our problems. After the completion of our problems, we will sign off the blueprint. If any prior changes will be there, we need to consider the priority changes is there. After completion of all necessary steps, we have to sign off the blueprint. Then implementation. In implementation, there are the three types of steps, three kinds of roles and activities are there in implementation. First, configuration, testing, then system design. Configuration. There are two types of configurations are there. Baseline configuration, then final configuration. Each and sub module of FICO like general ledger, accounting, accounts receivable, accounts payable, bank accounting, asset accounting, withhold tax, GST, all other sub modules will be configured by the SAP FICO consultant in the implementation level. All the configuration configure SAP FICO submodules will be sent for the testing. Before sending the testing, we have to test ourselves with the help of testing tools. Like unit testing is there, integration testing, UAT, user acceptance testing, regression testing, other testings are there. There is one tool we can use for this testing, ALM. What we say ALM? Okay. ALM testing. With the help of ALM, we can test each and every submodule of FICO. After completion of testing, first we will done by ourselves, then we will forward to the users. If anything is there, if anything need any kind of a changes, modifications are there, we have to come back in configuration and set back to all the requirement and changes and send again to the testing. After completion of the testing, we will design a system with the help of concept RISE. RISE stand for W stand for the workflow, R stand for the reports, I stand for interface, C stand for the conversions, E stand for the enhancement, F stand for the forms. With the help of RISEF, the system will be designed. These all are comes in the implementation. We move forward for troubleshooting. In troubleshooting, whatever the end user made any kind of a mistake or any kind of he have any kind of a doubts, he raise a tickets. He raise a tickets with the help of tickets. There are the four kinds of tickets are there: P1, P2, P3, and P4. P1 and P1, each and every ticket they have some resolution time. Resolution time. We have to resolve these tickets within the time. Means P1 for the 2 hours, P2 for 6 hours, P3 for 3 days, and P4 for the 4 days. First we get the ticket from end user and our bucket. First we identify either this ticket belongs to us or not. After getting confirmation this ticket is belong to the FICO, we need to identify. After identification of this ticket, we need to assign ourselves or elsewhere we need to assign for our colleague. We have to, after getting the ticket, we have to assign. After assigning the ticket, we have to respond them. For the P1 and P2, we have to respond within 15 minutes. What is the issue, how we can resolve. These two P1 and P2 called high priority tickets. Then P2 and P3 called low priority tickets. How with the tickets will become with the ticketing tools. There are the different kinds of tools are there. Example, Service Now, Snow Now, DMC, then Service Manager. All the different uh, dif- different ticketing tools are there. With the help of ticketing tools, the tickets will become to us. These all about tickets, troubleshooting. Okay, we will move forward from end user training. End user training. In end user training, the application means software. We need to train the end user about SAP, how to use the SAP, what are the steps, and we need to prepare a manual for the to the. We need to prepare a manual to the end user. With the help of manual, they can easily work on SAP. If anything is there, if any requirement is to be arises, we need to train the stakeholders. Means easily we can say owners or or partners of the any organization. We have to be explained. We have to train them. If any kind of a training with the help of, we try to give a full training to end users and stakeholders according to their requirement. We need to identify if anything how we can resolve this problem as soon as we need to give a training to them. After MIS report, in MIS report, MIS management information system, MIS report. With the help of FI, we can prepare balance sheet, profit and loss account. This is belongs to the external. With the help of FI, we can prepare external reports. It can be prepared monthly basis, quarterly basis, generally yearly basis. With the help of CO, we prepare internal reports to the management, to how to costing. We get the price of the price of the any. We get the pricing. We get the cost of the. We get costing. All the things which is to be done with the help of CO for internal management. So this is about my presentation, sir. Think something.
Fantastic. Very nice explanation. Great.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Who is next? Harisha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Harish, please go ahead.
Yeah. The expectations from a FICO consultant are he should lead the projects of FI and CO, and he has to analyze, design, test, and implement the projects. Apart from this, he has to contribute to the center of excellence of SAP by adding his knowledge attained during this during the performance of his roles. And broadly classifying the roles and responsibilities of SAP FICO consultant, there are two: strategic and operational. In strategic, he has to plan and architect or develop the system based on the thorough understanding of business requirement under the guidance of head delivery of projects. And then he has to recommend enhancements from time to time based on the subsequent developments of the business requirements. Also, he has to actively champion to the continuous improvements to the methods and processes in SAP FI from business point of view. And then when coming to operational level, there are multiple stages starting with gathering of requirements. In this, he has to properly understand the current process, which will be documented as is, and also he has to develop the SAP document which will have the client expectation from SAP, and then he has to analyze the gaps between them. Also, he has to prepare the blueprints of the project, and then he has to develop a project plan considering all the customer requests by prioritizing all the customer requests and resolutions. And then coming to implementation, he has to analyze, design, test, and implement the proper SAP system. And also he has to take part on multiple projects of automation and distillation of the SAP of the FA module. And he has to work closely with the cross-functional divisions on this automation and distillation. A proper updates has to be given on project status, and escalation should form part of the same. Then moving on to troubleshooting, he has to perform break fix analysis and recommend appropriate changes or solutions for the issues identified in FICO module. Also, he has to do research on integration of FICO module with other modules of the SAP, and then he has to closely work with service help desk for resolution of issues identified. And then moving on to training, end user training is the main part of this stage. He has to clarify SAP processes and other documents to all the stakeholders apart from end users as well. He has to closely monitor on SAP updates or enhancements and keep on passing this information to all the relevant stakeholders of the project. And then there are financial level objectives as well, in which budgets are to be monitored, are to be closely monitored and ensure that the project has been properly completed within the budget. Also, there should be a cost analysis, the near and future analysis based on the expected increase in user base or the SAP or the FICO performance expectations from the client. Apart from this, there is documentation as well. A proper documentation has to be made of the entire project according to IS methodology, as well as other SAP documents on projects allotted to the consultant. Also, when it comes to compliance, it is a duty of FICO consultant to provide the detailed transaction reports or change request reports from end users in case of internal or external auditors. And then people management is the last phase, wherein he has to take training based on the training needs identified by the users themselves or from the information imparted by the HR. So these are various stages or roles of FICO consultant. Yeah, I'm done, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes, thank you very much. Very nice explanation. Who is next? Next,
Sir, Ramesh here.
Yeah, Ramesh, please go ahead.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. Myself Ramesh. Today we are discussing about the roles and responsibilities of a SAP FICO consultant. So basically, what we are trying from last 2 days is the exact agenda of this session. So what are the basic things? What are the responsibilities? I will assist you in this session. So basically, SAP FICO roles and responsibilities are six. They are strategic level, operational level, implementation level, troubleshooting, end user training, MIS report. For this, I created one shortcut is that so it me. So it me. S means strategic level, O means operational level, I means implementation level, T means troubleshooting, E means end user training, M refers to MIS reports. So basically, what is strategic level? Strategic level is very simple. Here one of the company is there, it is non SAP based company. The company wanted to go through SAP module. For that, the company hierarchy have to appoint the IT solutions like Cognizant, Infosys, or some other, etc., etc. Further, they will assure they will put a bid of 50 crores or 60 crores. After winning the bid, the definitely one of the IT solution will take care about the entire project. The main agenda of the project is that creating the SAP movement in the organization. Example, there is an Vizag steel plant which already Chanu sir explained in the before section. So we have to take another thing, like we are having Ramraj Cotton. Ramraj Cotton is non SAP based. So Ramraj Cotton is thinking to be an SAP based. So for that they will create a bid. So up to here we are not the part of the project. Sir, after that the IT solutions or IT company will hire the project managers. He is called a project manager for entire the project. The project manager will appoint the leads. Our intervention will create after getting selected in the company. We have to be responsible in FICO module. What are the responsibilities in the first strategic level is very simple. It is kickoff meeting. Kickoff meeting explains briefly about the client rules and regulations, guys. So basically what clients will do, example, kickoff meeting, the project manager will take a session with entire leads, and he will explain about the project objectives, project goals, SLA, code of conduct, business users, and business process. These are the 6 to 7 steps. The main objective he will explain in the strategic level. So this is the first step. And second step is operational level. In this step we have 3 sessions, which means that first of all, operational level is also called as documentation level. So what is documentation level? The word itself determining the document means we have to create a document. So how many days it will take? It will take around 40 to 50 days. Very simple. In this document we have to create the document, so we need a information. So the information provided by the client is called as is. The information have to prepare from our end, it is called to be. The difference between as is and to be is called gap. For example, if anyone aware about vendor, if in the vendor, while creating the vendor master, we the client requirement is that he want every vendor mobile number. So this is an example, okay. For SAP consultant, he stated that, sir, it is not possible. So for that we have to approach with the ABAP or basis consultant. Okay, if there is a possible, then definitely they will assist us. If it is not possible, then we need to go with the SAP server. Then they will suggest with OSS notes, with this OSS notes the ABAPer or basis consultant will assist us. This is called gap. So first thing, we have to take the proper information is called as is. The second step to be, we have to prepare the document and we need to submit the client regarding the implementation part. The third thing is gap. This is called difference. The next step is implementation level. Here the key role of consultant will play. The consultant will play the key role while doing the implementation, because it itself it having two options, two types, which is configuration, testing, and system design. System design is the priority of a consultant is very low. When come to configuration and testing is very high, because we are the responsible persons. We have to create the configurations, like like we have to create ZL configuration, AP, AR, asset management, asset accounting, withhold tax, GST, new GL, etc., etc. We have to create the configuration. What is configuration? When we are giving the output, the input should be from our end. Example, if an end user doing an activity, we have to create the software from backend. So it is called configuration. Then after the testing, you have created the you have configured the system. Then we have to test the system. Means we, example, we created a robot. We have to check whether it is working or not. So it is called testing. So as usually we are configured the system. So we have to test the system. Like there are many ways. Some persons will check with unit testing, integration testing. We need to use acceptance testing, regression testing, performance testing, security testing, etc., etc. By what basis we will test this? We have a tool. With the help of tool we have to test. With the help of tool we have the test. The what is the tool? It is called ALM. Okay, it is called ALM. We have to use ALM. We have to test the configured. Once the testing is done, then the system will go live. Means we did the 80% job. We are the champions and we did the 80% of job. So once we are succeed in the testing part, then definitely the project will go live. Okay, then what is the last thing is system design. System design is entirely depends upon ABAP. Only 20% of FICO consultant will have to assess the ABAP regarding the things. What are the important things in FICO? What are the roles and response? What are the things have to be taken? What are the things have to be left? How the things have to be sought? How the things have to be get deleted? What the things have to be taken care by the consultant? We have to give the brief explanation for the ABAP. This is called system design. It has we are stating that VRIFIF. So VRIFIF defines upon workflow, reports, interface, conversions, enhancements, and forms. Okay, when it comes to troubleshooting, guys, troubleshooting is very simple when we are learning, but it is very hard when we are doing the work. Very simple. Why? Because we are the learners, so we will learn it in the span of 2 minutes. But when it comes to the live project, it is very difficult. So that's why they are divided the testing into four parts: P1, P2, P3, P4. There are the four parts, which means troubleshooting. The main criteria of troubleshooting is that we have to be responsible for respective errors from end user. An example, one of the end user has doing the activity, but undoubtedly or he faces some issue. So we are the backend guys. We have to resolve this issue. So it is called troubleshooting. The main agenda and the main objective of troubleshooting is that resolving the tickets. Okay, the tickets based upon four types: P1, P2, P3, P4. P1 refers it is an high level ticket. P2 refers high level ticket. Okay, then P3 and P4 are low level tickets. The P1 and P2 have to be resolved. P1 has to be resolved within 2 hours. P2 has to be resolved within 6 hours. P3 has to be resolved within 3 days. P4 has to be resolved within 4 days. But we have to assign the tickets first of all. If we fail to assign the tickets, then definitely the client will escalate on us. The client will escalate on project manager. So the project manager will escalate on us. So instead of doing that, we have to assign on ourselves, or we have to assign on in ourselves or in our teammates. Then we have to resolve the ticket. Okay, next thing is that in the troubleshooting, there are some ticketing tools. How to resolve the tickets? Very simple. We have some ticketing tools. It is called service now, DMC Readme, solution manager, etc. As Chanu sir yesterday explained, that service now is one of the topmost which is used by the IT companies. So next thing, end user training. End user training is very simple. What we are configured, what we are designed, what we are implemented, what we are tested, each and everything we have the right, each and everything we already know about the system. The same thing have to be trained to the end users regarding the outputs. Okay, example, we
Yeah,
create a
one
robot.
correction actually. So we should not explain all the configuration data to the end user. We will guide only end user level only, not the complete configurations and history, designs or enhancements. These are all things are completely confidential. Confidential. These things will not be explained to the end user. Only
Got
end
it.
user aspect to we will train. Okay, please go
Got
ahead.
it.
Thank you. Anyhow, nice explanation.
Noted. The end user training explains explains we have to explain, we have to train the end user because he is new for the system. So we are the configuration we are the creators, we know about in and out about the system. But the end users, some of the end users will know, some of the end users will not know about the system. So we have to train according to their mindset. Example, some of the end users appoint for AP, some of the end users are appointed for AR, some of the end users are appointed for asset management. So we have to train in all the sectors. It's irrespective of the sectors, because we have to train in each and everything. Some we have to train in CO, we have to train in AP, AR, asset management, MMSD, and everything. And the last thing is that MIS reports. MIS reports clearly explain about the word itself stating that report. We have to submit the report. In what basis? Example, we are the configuration, we are the creators, and we are the designers. We have to submit the report. We have to show the progress. To show the progress, we have to submit the report. First thing, we have to tell the report is entirely based upon weekly and monthly. So how the configuration has happened in past week, what the configuration has done, what is the progress. When it comes to monthly, the same has to be submit to the a project manager or a client. This is the thing, we are actually taking care about the MIS report. We have to submit the reports on our job role. Example, we did a configuration, we have to submit the report on monthly or weekly basis. So up to here my presentation is over. If anything is if anything I stated any wrong, please kindly guide me, because I am the new guy, I'm learning just now. So if anything, definitely I will tell many mistakes, because it's my first presentation in this academy. So please kindly let me know, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, super explanation. Very nice. Thank you.
Sai Devi here. Can I go ahead?
Yes, who is next?
Sai Devi.
Yeah, name?
Sai Devi.
Sai Devi. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, friends. Today I am going to give the presentation on SAP FICO roles and responsibilities.
Yes, madam. So please raise your voice a little bit more. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'm going to take presentation on this. These roles and responsibilities are divided into six parts: strategic level, operation level, implementation level, troubleshooting level, end user training, and MIS reports. Strategic level, this is the top level management level, and SAP FICO consultant will not participate in this. So main business plan will be discussed here. Only the SAP FICO will attend the kickoff meeting, where the project manager will explain about the project plan, project objectives, ethics, roles and conduct ethics, each and everything will be explained by the project manager. That's need to be followed by all the team members. So here business users and
Yes, madam, you are in mute. Please go ahead.
His roles and responsibilities will be explained in this. So he has to gather the information from whom he has to gather the information. Each and everything will be explained to the SAP FICO consultant here. Only in the kickoff meeting is the participation of the SAP FICO consultant in strategic level. Operation level, it is nothing but a document level, uh, where the business blueprint is prepared. Blueprint is nothing but as is. It is called as is, and here the client will provide about his business information, because we don't know what the business is provided is done by the client. So we get the information from him in as is documentation. To be is like what is the solution we are providing through SAP. It is called to be. And the gap analysis is nothing but the difference between as is and to be. So here the gap analysis will be prepared, and the gap analysis will be for solution. Will go first to ABAPA. If ABAPA could not able to provide, we will go to SAP. SAP will provide some OSS nodes. Based on that OSS nodes, we'll get some solution. We will try to reduce the gap. So this is all about the operation level. So we need to get the sign off of the blueprint here. SAP FICO consultant has to take the sign off of all his whatever work he has done in blueprint. Implementation, third level is the implementation level. Implementation level is divided into 3 parts. It is a configuration, testing, and system design. Configuration has 2 levels: baseline and final level. And the baseline is nothing but a configuring of all the modules, and SAP FI and CO are the 2 modules, and under this other sub-modules are there: general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting, withholding tax, GST, IDOCS, new GL, DME. All these sub-modules will be configured, and after configuration, the testing will be done by the consultant himself. After consultant, the testing will be done by the client. Testing, there are so many types are there: unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing, regression testing, and security testing. In testing, whatever the results find out will be captured in ALM, application lifecycle management tool. So if something is not found, testing is not provided successful results, then again we'll go back and we'll do from implementation side. So this is a cycle of testing. Once this testing is successfully done, and third one is system design. System design, it is 80% of the work will be done by the ABAPA only, and only 20% FICO consultant will provide help here. And RIC or WRICEF is the one concept here. W stands for workflow, R stands for reports, I stands for interfaces, C stands for conversations, E enhancement, F for forms. Next is like troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is nothing but whenever there is an end user facing any issues, he will raise a ticket here. That the tickets will be divided into high, medium, and low level. High will need to be taken immediate action within ticket resolution time will be 15 minutes. You need to take immediate action. 1 to 2 hours will be the permissible time to solve it. And medium, it is like 1 to 2 days, and low level it can be depending on the 3 to 4 days. So need to be provided a solution. So there are the different solutions. As a solution manager, DME, and ServiceNow are the tools for troubleshooting tickets solutions. End user training will be provided by the SAP FICO consultant. Whatever the end user, like as Sir said, will give only the his like a posting the documentation, view purpose, each and everything will be provided to end user. So later MIS reports will provide to internal and external customers, and internal it will be within the organization, external it is belongs to the legal and auditors. So it will be monthly, quarterly, and financial. This is all about FICO responsibilities. Thank you.
Okay, Nindi, thank you very much. Next, Lakshmi Vinod Sapaga Naveen. Ever cheptaru?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. I'm Navi.
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah. Hello, all. Good evening. Very good evening. Today, I'm discussing about the SAP roles and responsibilities. Let's look on the roles and responsibilities of SAP. Therefore, there are 6 types of SAP responsibilities. One is the strategic level, operation level, implementation level, and troubleshooting, and user training, and MIS, management information support. Let's look on the strategic level. Strategic level is mostly manager, project manager. He's organized the strategic level, which is involved in the kickoff meeting. Just taken a just look introduction of the meeting, and the most of the meeting is project manager only. Uh, an operation, let's go into the another one. The one is the operation level. In operation level is also known as the documentation level. It's almost like the 40 to 50 days. Here we're going to take in a blueprint. In the blueprints, we're going to choose an AIS, 2B, and gap analysis. AIS is it's we're going to collect the AIS blueprint from the means documents from the client business information, and 2B is mostly we done the 2B, and gap is the difference between the AIS and 2B. Most of the information we gather from the if you are not get the information from there, we're going to go through the SAP OSS notes or such OSS notes. So we're going to reduce that gap between the we're going to take the sign off from the S, org, I mean organizer. Let's jump into the another one. The one is the implementation level. Implementation level is the subdivided into three parts. The one is the configuration testing system. Uh, Sorry, it's subdivided into 2 parts. The one is the basic line configuration and the final configuration. In the basic line configuration, we do all the configuration business activities like general ledger configuration, testing script configuration, testing scripts, account payable configuration. The one is another testing script. Account receivable configuration, another testing script. Account payables, GSTs, new GLs, IDOCs, and all of them are done by in the basic line configuration. And the final configuration we're gonna do in a FI2. Financial to the MM or SD PP. We do the we do it another colleagues. That means MM workers. The another one is that testing. Testing is the all unit testing, integration testing, and UAE user application testing, regression testing, and performance testing, security testing, like that. All these testings are application lifecycle management. All these testings are in application cycle management. Let's jump into the another one. The one is the worship. Worship 80% of the 80% of the work is here done by the ABAPA. uh, the WASP is classified into W stands for the workflow, R stands for the report, I stands for the
ఇక్కడేమో కింద సైలెంట్ సార్ మిగతా కూడా ఏం మాట్లాడు చుట్టూ
sorry.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, C stands for the conversation, and E stands for the enhancement, and F stands for the forms. Let's jump into the another one. The one is the troubleshooting. Troubleshooting, if any entries are missing, uh, uh, if any entries are missing, we're gonna the end user send the some of the entries are missing, just to correct them once, issue sort out the figure out the issues. The that is called as the troubleshooting. Troubleshooting mostly classified into P1, P2, P3, and P4. The resolution time of the P1 and P2 are the P1 and P2 are the same resolution time. It's a higher resolution time, and P2 and P sorry P4 P3 and P4 are the lower resolution time. it depends on the I mean consultant. It depends on the consultant. We're gonna it's do it depends on the time. It's 15 minutes or 13 minutes. It depends on the consultant. How much time they given to me. We're gonna finish. We sort out the time. The we're gonna use the some tools on here. Ticket tools. The one is Service Now and DMC Remedy and Solution Manager. Let's jump into the another one. The one is the end user training. Yeah. End user training, just enough we're gonna uh, we're gonna give the training to the consultants who I mean accountants or accountants or financial analysts. Just give some information to them. The final one is the MIS, the management information support. The management information support with the configure or develop the financial reports as required by the functional teams. That's it. Thank you.
Great, nice explanation. And thank you. Next.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, madam. Lakshmi.
Indumati, sir.
Induvati. Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Today I am going to give the presentation on SAP FICO consultant roles and responsibilities. Coming to roles and responsibilities of SAP FICO consultant. First is strategic level and operation level. Next, implementation level. Next, troubleshooting and user training and MS reports. First, go to strategic level. First of all, strategy means business plan. In the strategic level, the SAP FICO consultant role is to attend the kickoff meeting. In this kickoff meeting, project manager will explain the project objectives, project goals, SLA, code of conduct, business uses. Next is operation level. Operation level is nothing but documentation level. We have in this documentation level, we have to prepare the blueprint. This blueprint is of two types: as is, to be, and gap. As is means as is the information is nothing but this document is provided by the client. Next, to be means this is the future document that is related to SAP. Next, gap. Gap means the difference between the as is and to be. Generally, gap means some business information is unable to map in the SAP. In that case, gap is happen. So to reduce this gap, we have to contact the ABAPer. ABAPer will provide the solution for this. In case ABAPer will not also provide the solution for us, then we will contact the SAP. Then SAP will give the OSS notes. OSS stands for Online Service System. It is used to reduce the gap. Next is implementation level. Generally, implementation means configuration, testing, and system design. Generally, configuration is of two types: baseline configuration and final configuration. In this baseline configuration, all business activities are all done in this configuration. And configuration, some of the configurations are there: general ledger configuration, accounts payable configuration, accounts receivable configuration, asset accounting configuration, WHT, GST, etc. In this configuration, we have to create the test script for each configuration. After the test script, we have to attach this test script to the ALM. ALM means application lifecycle management. Once we have to attach this test script to the ALM, then it displays the result whether it is right or wrong. Next, design system. To design the system and developing in a W stands for workflow, R stands for reports. I stands for enterprise, C stands for conversations, E stands for enhancements, and F stands for forms. Next, coming to troubleshooting. Generally, troubleshooting means to resolve the issues. Issues related to FICO. And in this troubleshooting, there are tickets P1, P2, P3, P4. These tickets have P1, P2 are the high priority tickets, and P3, P4 are the low priority tickets. Once these once this ticket has been received in our bucket, first we have assigned to ourselves our colleague. So next is end user training. In this end user training, we have to give the training. SAP consultant only give the training to end user. Next is MIS reports. MIS stands for Management Information Support. In this, we have to give the reports for the month, which we have to give the reports for the month end, which according to how many tickets we have to raise in the weekly and monthly. So, and we also give the information related to the configuration also. So, this is my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, Inka or Nara?
Yes, sir. I will give presentation, sir.
Name?
Vinod, sir. My name is
Vinod. Yes, yes.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Explain FICO roles and responsibilities. We have roles and responsibilities in FICO. Strategic level, operation level, and implementation level, troubleshooting, and user training, MIS reports. Coming to strategic level, there is a high level meeting with the company and manager for non-used SAP organization. This is we have to move the legacy system to SAP system. The meeting has arranged with the high level project managers. Then after that, we have a kick-off meeting with junior consultants. There is a give KT to the junior consultants, like project objectives, project goals, SLAs, code of conduct and ethics, business users and business process, related KT managers give to the junior consultants. And coming to operation level, in operation level, we have to prepare the business blueprint. In business blueprint, there is a as is and to be document and gap analysis. In as is, how previous organization business is we have to present, and to be from previous organization business, how reflect in SAP, we have to prepare the to be document. In both as is and to be document, there is a gap analysis. In that gap analysis, we have to suggest the OSS notes while implementing, and then sign off. And coming to implementation level, in implementation level, we have to configure the submodules of general ledger, accounts payable, account receivables, basic customization, asset accounting, tax, and IDOCs, DME, etc. After completing the implementation, like our configuration, coming to testing. In testing, we have a few types of testings. Unit testing, we test the in development system. That is very informal. For our understanding, is there any mistakes while we doing the configuration? And integration testing, we have to test the with core team members. After integration testing and 4 team members test their end, that is called UAT testing, user acceptance test, regression test and performance and security testing, etc. Coming to RISE-IF, it's mostly done by the ABAPer. We have to suggest the while doing the ABAPer, like workflow reports interface, uh, conversions, enhancements, forms, something like that. Coming to troubleshooting, in troubleshooting we have only like support project. In support project, we have to P1, P2, P3, P4 tickets, and P1, P2 is a high level tickets, and P3, P4 is low level tickets. We have to concentrate on in the support project resolution time and response time. P2, sorry, P1 or P2, we have to assign the within 5 minutes in response time, and then resolution time is P1 is within 2 hours and P2 is within 6 hours, and P3, P4 is low level tickets. Within 30 minutes, we have to assign these tickets to me and our colleagues as well. Resolution time, P3 is 3 days and P4 is 4 days. Why we are using in support project ticketing tools ServiceNow and DM Remedy and Solution Manager. After we have to give the end user training to the organization core team members, and then coming to MIS reporting reports, we have to generate the reports monthly, quarterly, and half-yearly and yearly. This is all about my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, Nandi. Thank you very much. Next, who is next?
Sir, I'm Durga. I'm going to explain FICO concept.
Yeah, super. ఇలా వస్తే మనకి బాగుంటుంది.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks for giving the opportunity. Good evening, sir. I'm Durga. I'm going to explain SAP consultant roles and responsibilities. There are 5 levels of in this. There are 5 levels. One is strategic level. Another one is operational level, implementation level, and one more troubleshooting and end user training and MIS. In that, mainly FICO consultant mainly involving kickoff meeting, and before that strategic level there are highly management, they are involving in this meeting, and they are take over the project migration of project. In that so many well and companies is there, and sorry. And in this mainly kickoff meeting, the FICO consultant is involving. In that, project manager can explain project objectives and project goals, SLA, code of conduct, and business users and business process. What is the business process? In this FICO consultant respective team leads, and he will gather the information mainly duty for FICO consultant. And next level is operational level. This is nothing but a document level. It will take 40 to 50 days for this. In that blueprints, in this blueprints there are three types of, and 3 types is available. One is as is, and another one is to be, and third one is gap analysis. As is nothing but a client provide the information for their company their company business and objectives. The next level is to be. This is what we are going to configure. FICO consultant going to configure configuration and information, SAP information we will provide this. The gap is the next one is gap. Gap is nothing but a difference between as is and to be. As is and to be, in that anything anything is gap is there, we have to go the next level ABAPer or SAP ABAPer or SAP. And final we are going to sign off this contract, sign off these letters. The next level is implementation level. This is mainly involve FICO consultant in this configuration and testing and system design. Also system design, the two in the configuration itself, two types of configuration is available. One is baseline configuration, another one is final configuration. The in that baseline configuration, we are going to configure GL configuration and accounts payable configuration. At the same time, accounts receivable configuration and asset accounting configuration, WHT and GST and banking configurations. And in that testing also should be there. The testing level is nothing but ALM, application lifecycle management. It is the next level is unit testing, integration testing and UAT. In that there are one more concept is RISIF. The RISIF is RISIF contains W for workflow, R for reports, I for interface, C for conversation, E for enhancements, F for forms. In the RISIF itself, mainly 80% ABAPer is the 80% involving, and the remaining 20% only we have to give the supporting FICO consultant. The next level is troubleshooting level. The troubleshooting level, mainly involving the FICO consultant. Ownership should be taking the resolve the AMS tickets. In the troubleshooting level, there are 4 types of tickets is available. One is P1, another one is P2, another one is P3 and P4. The P1 is in this tickets having resolution time and response time. Resolution time is P1 is 2 hours, P2 is 6 hours, and P3 is 3 days, and P4 is 4 days. And response time highly in this categories wise, P1 and P2 is highly categorized. The response time should be 15 minutes before we have to respond that assign the tickets. And P3 and P4 is low category tickets. It should be minimum 30 minutes to response time, and resolution time is 3 to 4 days. And the next level is end user training. It should all configuration, it should be finished. The end user training is just how to post the entries and where they will get stuck. We will support to them. And next level is MIS reports. The next level is MIS reports means the company finance managers and other team members, they should their timely representing reports and flash reports at this and other reports also, and monthly financials and yearly financials also they are representing. So for that, what they required, we have to configure based on their requirements. That's it.
Okay, thank you
sir.
very much. Thank you so much. Very nice explanation. And